Welcome, everyone, to the season premiere of the Horrorcast, episode 48. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris Al. What's up, Chris?
I think this is my first horror cast.
Is it?
It may very well be.
Okay. What's up, Gloria?
Hello.
What Gloria is cracking up about is me trying to go through the horror articles to see what's tame enough for her to read about.
Because I'm just not into horror.
Yeah, this one's about cannibals. This one's about stabbing people. This one's about the. And I'm like, okay.
And it's coming from a The Walking Dead fan, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
But that is the only thing that's really gory.
She just focuses on Glenn and Rick, and she's okay.
Yeah.
Or Daryl or Carol making cookies or whatever. Basically.
Yeah, I focus on Maggie the whole time, so there's nothing wrong with it.
So there's not
There
that
you
much
go.
different.
All right. So, what do you got, Chris? You want to start off with the Pacific Rim one?
Well, yes, okay. So, an article broke today that Guillermo del Toro, of course, the director of Pacific Rim and many other classic horror films like Mama and whatnot, said that Pacific Rim 2 is not dead yet. He's still working on it. I believe he's turning in a script and a budget this week, I think is what he said he's doing. So hopefully, this means Pacific Rim 2 isn't dead, and I would love to see what they're planning to do with that.
That's interesting because it made enough money overseas to warrant a sequel.
Yes.
So, and you know what? It's in because it was popular. I mean, Godzilla, all that stuff is popular now again. Monsters, robots. You know, we had the every year it's like, or every couple of years it's like, all right, now we're into zombies. They pop out all zombie movies. Now we're into this. So now I think the new trend is like robots now, right? Or maybe not. Maybe
it's funny that you said that because there's a comic book series that's getting turned into a television series, much like The Walking Dead did. And the comic book series is called Enormous, and it's basically like a world of kaiju that have taken over. They've ruined human civilization, and the last surviving members of the human civilization are trying to survive in a world of these giant creatures.
Wow.
So I'm guessing that maybe zombies are going to go away, and like the giant monster thing is going to be up there.
Right.
Maybe not take its place completely, but we'll
Right.
definitely contend with it, I believe.
Yeah.
That's great news for me because I love kaiju more than zombies anyway. So
I also think there's going to be a time where there's going to be a horror trend where all these horror movies are going to be coming back with a vengeance at the same time. And it's going to make they're going to triple the market with horror movies too.
I think we're seeing that right now.
Yeah.
The start of it anyway.
Yes, because you got everything coming back. Friday the 13th, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, Chucky, Frankenstein, Dracula, Werewolf, the Wolfman. You know, the remake of. I think they're remaking the Halloween too. I don't know. A lot of stuff's coming back. So, all right. I hope they make a Pacific Rim 2 amongst all the other movies that are going to happen. Why not?
Oh yeah.
So.
I'd love to see more Category 5 kaiju, like at the end of the movie. I'd love to see what Guillermo del Toro could do with that. I'm hoping to see, honestly, in this movie. There's a rumor that came out a while ago. I'm pretty sure it was fake, but I just love the idea so much of a kaiju wearing Jaeger armor.
Right.
I think that sounds amazing. I'd love to see that.
Now, we don't have any pictures of the Toho Godzilla, right?
No, not yet. They're doing a very, very good job keeping it under wraps and also keeping under wraps the story and if there's another kaiju in the movie. I'm starting to get the feeling that this is a solo Godzilla, though. I think that he may be the only kaiju in this movie.
Wow.
Which I'm okay with, but I'd like to see a new enemy for him to fight.
Yeah. All right. Gloria, you want to do your Addams Family thing?
Okay. Space Lab 9 is taking us back to One Cemetery Lane with their 50th anniversary edition of the Addams Family. original music from the Addams Family. On the limited edition vinyl, which will hit shelves on October 16, 2015. According to the label, out of print for nearly 30 years, the Addams Family original music from the Addams Family LP has been painstakingly remastered and packaged in a full-color jacket with a full-color 12 by 24-inch double-sided insert featuring rare photos as well as an extensive liner notes chronicling the history of the iconic television series. Inexplicably omitted from the original 1965 soundtrack album, the essential vocal version of the Addams Family series theme song has been added as a bonus track. The deluxe limited vinyl edition will be released in 3 colored vinyl variants, each available exclusively from different retailers throughout the holiday season. Variants include a glow-in-the-dark vinyl, a Fester's Light Bulb edition, only available from Barnes & Noble, and a Cousin It brown vinyl edition exclusively from Hastings, and a Lurch green vinyl edition exclusive to Newberry Comics. A 4th very small edition of Black Pumpkin's Ladder vinyl will be available exclusively from the Space Lab 9 booth at New York Comic Con from October 8th through the 11th. Collect them all. Can't go wrong with some more of the Addams Family in your life, especially with Halloween right around the corner. There you go. That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. I
After
might
all
get
those
one.
years. Yeah.
I might get one because I got a record player, so.
Okay.
I love the show. I grew up on it, so. Watching reruns and stuff, so yeah.
What do you got, Chris?
Well, we have here, I believe, the Resident Evil Final Chapter film will be coming out, I guess, at the end of this year or sometime next year. This is the thing about these movies. I can't stand these movies.
Yes, I know. You're not the only one, but okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off on a miniature rant here.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of the Resident Evil video games.
Me too.
Resident Evil 2 is my favorite of the whole series.
Mine used to be 2, but then it was 4.
Resident Evil 4 is good. I like Resident Evil 4, but I love
According to Veronica, I also like 2.
I like Kate Beckinsale, but I don't like those movies.
Kate Beckinsale's not in there.
What?
That's not Kate Beckinsale.
No, it's not.
What am I forgetting? I'm
Mila Jovovich, right?
You're thinking of Underworld. She's in Underworld.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. I was thinking about.
Yeah, Underworld is good. Resident Evil isn't, and the reason for it is, I don't know what Paul W.S. Anderson does when he makes these movies, but like he adds characters in them that don't need to be there.
Exactly.
And, like he had a great female character in Jill, and he's like, let's put this other one in there and make Jill look like a complete moron,
Right.
just because. And like it's so not Resident Evil. It's like off-brand Resident Evil. Like,
Right.
it's like it was made in like some third world country, and like I can't stand those movies. So to hear that this is the final chapter makes me happy, because that means maybe someone will get it and they'll reboot it into something good.
Oh, like Underworldy.
But yeah, Resident Evil. But anyway, this article says for those who do like it, because I know there are people out there like it, and if you like it, more power to you. Dr. Isaacs and Albert Wesker will be returning apparently in this final chapter movie. I believe Dr. Isaacs was the villain of the third movie. Yeah, and Albert Wesker, of course, is the main villain of the whole series. He works with Umbrella.
He dies in every video game, but they bring him back.
Right. He died in a previous movie, and now he's back. And he was kind of, if I remember correctly, he was almost not the villain in the last one. He was almost like their ally, because the Red Queen returns.
Yeah, now supposedly he's the hero in this.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Whatever. Or something like that. I don't know.
But Albert Wesker is a really strange villain in the games, and then
I know she got her powers back because he gave it to her in the end.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and when she has psychic powers, I'm like, okay, Yeah, that happened in Resident
But
Evil.
she has powers where she's flipping around too. She does it more than usual. Yeah.
Yeah, she's basically like a half Jedi in these movies.
Right.
It's ridiculous. But,
I know.
well, one more Resident Evil movie. We can all talk through it. I'm not going to go see it. So,
Yeah, it's a rental or whatever TV. All right, what else we have? We have a lot of stuff today, I think.
we have, let me pull up one of these articles here. I guess Ouija is getting another film.
Sequel.
That's surprising because didn't it do miserably at the box office?
No, it did good.
Did it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know in my film class, in my first semester at the school I'm going to, my professor pulled up part of the movie because there's a huge film mistake in the movie. And
what was the mistake?
yeah, like there's a scene in the movie where I guess this one of the characters has like Christmas lights up in her room or something, and then they cut away and like throughout the whole movie the lights aren't there, and then like in a bunch of scenes at the end they're just there again for no reason.
Right.
And it's really distracting.
I actually want to show how successful it is.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it did really bad.
It had a budget of $5 million, right?
Yeah.
It made $102 million.
Oh wow. No wonder why they're making a sequel.
Sequel? How about like 5 sequels, probably?
Yeah, true.
I mean, this is like a Blair Witch most profitable in history type of thing. So, the only thing I don't know is the girl from Bates Motel in it again, Emma. She was the character Emma in Bates Motel, but is she going to be in this again? I don't know.
Oh, well, you see, the reason it's coming back right there, producers, Michael Bay. Right there.
Okay.
That's
Michael
why.
Bay. Yeah, you heard Michael Bay's got Transformers again, right?
He does, yes.
Yeah, he's not leaving. I called that. It's called that. It's called that. All right.
The only Transformers movies he's not gonna do are the spin-offs.
Yeah, he's not doing that. All right, what else we have? We have a couple.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up this article here about Stephen King and The Green Inferno.
He watched it, I heard.
Yeah, it says that he liked it.
Well,
I have another article that we'll do at the end. So.
well, that was basically the article. He liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to pull it up right now to get more information, but
Cool little article we can do.
Yeah, Gloria. What do you have?
Who are your favorite horror couples? I just thought this was kind of cute. I can name the ones they put, and then at the end we can each say our favorite couple. Here's the article. Personal opinion. A horror movie can only be good if you care about the characters. Why worry if the characters in the film don't mean a thing to me? After all, they could die, and by not caring, it means nothing at all to me. So let's take a bit of time here to celebrate some of the best horror couples that have graced the silver screen. You know, the couple that actually feels kind of real and the relationship that you aspire to one day have. Head on in for a few of my favorites and share yours in the comments below. Okay, the first one they have, let's see, is Gomez and Morticia Addams. Hello. The Addams Family. I'm kind of kicking this list off with the possibility of the best relationship in horror ever. Not only do Gomez and Morticia have this incredible, passionate love for each other, they are also incredibly supportive and phenomenal parents. They take an express interest in the activities of their children, and family means everything to them. If ever there was a horror couple that we should all aspire to become, I'm thinking this is the prime example. They also have Steve and Diane Feeling, Poltergeist. You know what's so great about this couple? They feel real. They feel real. They feel like a couple next door. And the above clip, it's not the two of them trying to woo each other and be absolutely perfect. It's them being open and honest and having a simple discussion. They're not afraid to be silly around each other. Diane telling an embarrassing story about her childhood, and Steve being a bit of a clown. This right here is love, and right here is a realistic couple. They also have Tucker and Dell versus Evil. Let's be honest with ourselves and admit that they're kind of a couple. They may not love each other, but they certainly love each other. That's weird. With the parentheses, love each other. They're just so adorable. Tucker brings Dell a BPR in the hospital and surprises him with a straw, Dale's favorite sipping utensil. If this isn't a serious case of guy love, I don't know what is. Seriously, anyone who has that kind of best friend knows that it's pretty much a relationship, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay, the next one is Adam and Barbara Maitland, Beetlejuice. That's the one I like. Talk about a couple that sticks with each other through thick and thin. These two are a perfect complement to each other, playfully joking about constantly full of love for one another. One of my favorite little moments is when Adam loses his lower jaw during the seance and Barbara just puts it back on. How adorable is that? That's adorable. Out of those, I think I would definitely pick Adam and Barbara. Well, actually, it's a toss between Adam and Barbara from Beetlejuice and Gomez and Morticia from the Addams Family. It's got to be those two. But overall, I can't even think of. There's so many, couples. I guess I don't know. But it has to be those two for me.
Right. Okay. What do you got, Chris?
Okay. Article's up here now. Alright, so it says, it's not until next week, but author Stephen King has seen Eli Roth's The Green Inferno, and he liked what he witnessed. Dubbing it a glorious throwback, King's Twitter review is one hell of an endorsement for the film, which was plagued with release issues. Heading deep in... Okay. So Bloody Disgusting has decided to put an ad on my screen. Apparently Stephen King liked this movie a lot. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to the article now. Thank you, Bloody Disgusting. Thank you. I'm just kidding. I love your site. You guys have great news.
Yes, me too.
I will say this while I'm waiting for it. If Stephen King says he loved your movie, you did something right. Usually.
Usually,
yeah.
all right, I'm going to do an article. It's saying that 2016 may be the year of the slasher movies returning. We have Leatherface, we have Child's Play, we have Friday the 13th returning, Halloween returning, and Nightmare on Elm Street. They're not sure if it's going to make it for 2016. So, if Freddy returns in 2016, then all those icons will be back in the same year. Wow. So that is an interesting concept. 2016 being the year of the horror movie. So that's really awesome, I think.
Yeah.
We're just missing Freddy, and that's it, basically. So maybe they can get it together, and we'll see. But of course, they got to get a good Freddy. They can't get no crappy guy. All right, so I think that's it for the articles now, right? There's nothing else, or there is one more.
I believe that's it.
Brad Bird, right? The animated film. You have that one?
Oh, I do. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah. All right. Also, before you go into that article, I just want to let you know, we have fun doing all these podcasts. I know Horrorcasts we hardly do, but we are going to have a big 50th Horrorcast episode. We just had the premiere. Going to try to do more Horrorcasts throughout the year, and maybe do some horror reviews. We're probably going to focus mostly on the Horrorcast. Probably we're going to do some more this season into this fall season. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so we have writer-director Brad Bird is obviously a fan of animated films. After all, he was behind such respected and acclaimed films as The Iron Giant, The Incredibles, and Ratatouille. Now Bird is talking about his want to make another animated film, specifically one that is hand-drawn. Even better, he wants to see a horror movie done this way. Bird tells Collider, for instance, there's never been a horror movie in animation executed at Disney-level quality and hand-drawn. I'm not talking about CG. I'm talking about hand-drawn. but it doesn't take a lot to imagine how cool that would be. If you think of the scariest parts of Snow White or Pinocchio or Fantasia, with night on Bald Mountain, you could do something really scary in animation. And I think if you did it right, if you did it with all the art that Spielberg did with Jaws, I think that it would be an amazing experience because there's something intuitive about when people are drawing directly with their hands.
Mm.
That sounds cool.
That does.
That sounds really cool.
It's never been done.
I know Rob Zombie made an animated horror movie, but I don't think it was hand-drawn.
No, I don't think so either. What about you, Gloria? You're not really into that, right?
What? What?
Like an animated horror, rated R.
Nah.
No. Unless I have Rick Grimes, Glenn. Yeah.
Walking Dead, the animated series.
I
God.
just gave him the idea. Great. All right.
Oh no.
All right, guys. On that note, this has been a great premiere for the Horrorcast. Stay tuned. We'll have some. Tomorrow is really going to be Doctor Who day. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.